Hello everybody, Macropay, JamDVA, whatever you want to call me, here for more Kirby's Adventure. And this is the last level in the game, last world, last whatever, Rainbow Resort. And this is also probably the most diverse level in the game, and it's actually, in a way, it's really one of the shortest as well. Most of the stages aren't very long. Like this one, it's only 3 rooms, although this next room is kind of tedious, which is why I sped it up. Because this was just like over a minute of just pure boring block breaking. This is actually probably the most boring room in the game. It's not too bad, but yeah. And there's a secret I missed in here, but well, I'll come back for that later. I'll show that later. So yeah, no big deal. And yeah, this is the 3rd room in this level, and it is the last room too. These cannons just past here is the exit. So yeah, like I said, pretty short stages. Even that middle room wasn't that long, it was just really boring to watch. So yeah, there we go. Exit right there. Took what, I think in real time that took about 2 minutes and 15 seconds or so, I don't know. But yeah, pretty easy. And now for stage 2. This is mini boss gauntlet right here. We got Poppy Bro Senior. There's not 2 of them, which is kind of odd, because whenever I think of this boss, I usually think of there being 2 of them, but in this stage, only 1. And yeah, that's basically what this stage is. It's Poppy Bros Jr. Then in this next room we have the alarm clock guy. That's what I'm gonna call him. He probably has an official name, I'm sure, but yeah, he's alarm clock guy. Gives you the mic ability. I don't know why an alarm clock gives you the mic ability, although I guess alarm clocks make a lot of noise. There's the ice guy. Call him Ice Penguin with a mustache. And here's Bonkers. Yeah, it's even though it's all these mini bosses, again, this is probably just because of that you get the crash and mic abilities. This is probably one of the shorter stages in the game again. And coming up here we have the rolling turtle, I think it's called. Yeah, in later games this guy was replaced by that elephant guy. I think it's called I don't remember. But yeah, so this is the only game with the rolling turtle. All the other ones have elephant thing guy. And here's Bugsy or whatever. I keep giving these guys Pokemon names for some reason in my head. I thought that elephant guy's name was Fanfi, but I don't think that's it. Because that's the name of the Pokemon. Of course it could have the same name. Although there's no Pokemon called Bonkers or anything. But yeah, I probably shouldn't have gotten backdrop there. Because this next guy, throw probably would have been a lot more useful. This is the Fire Lion. Actually, in later games, come to think of it, he looks a lot cooler. Like, here it looks like almost like a cub or something, but in later games it's like this huge lion with a flaming beard, or mane, or whatever. And this is also probably the worst fight I've ever had with this guy, at least in this playthrough. And, yeah, that's that. I don't know if I ever showed that fireball attack before. Probably. Sorry about that, just had to clear my throat for a second. But, yeah. This is probably the most boring fight in the game. And that is that stage, even though there's a little bit more of it. Yeah, that tower kind of reminds me of Butter Building, but it's not Butter Building, it's, Boss Building. Or Mini Boss Building. Well, there is a boss battle mode in this game, I guess, but it's not in a... I would presume it's not in a single building. Another 5,000 useless points. Well, maybe they have some use. I don't know how points work. And there's no secrets in these next few stages. I think only stages 1 and 6 in this world or level or whatever have secrets. Yeah, if you swallow these sleepy guys, I don't think it mentioned it before, but it actually gives Kirby the sleep ability, which is just Kirby sitting there sleeping, and makes you vulnerable to enemy attacks, so I do not recommend getting it. They actually did, in Kirby Squeak Squad, I want to say, yeah, it is Kirby Squeak Squad, they gave it, there's like an ability upgrade thing you can get that makes you recover health when you sleep, but even then it's still not really recommended. And Meta Knight's there giving us the hyper thing. And yeah, this looks kind of like the last stage of World 6 actually, which is, again, it's really odd. Feels kind of out of place in World 6, but, well, that level wouldn't have felt super in place here anyways. And, yeah, a bunch more cannons, and the exit. That was another, I think, 3-room stage. And there's another 1-up for the road. Although we're not on a road. Well, whatever. Regardless. Here's the, I think this is the only time I get the ball ability, and the ball ability is pretty finicky, because sometimes there's times where you think you have enough momentum or whatever to do damage, and then you just lose it. Like, coming up here, because when you have enough momentum, it's actually pretty cool, but, right there, yeah, I don't really know what happened. Thought I was doing good, and I died in this stage, as you can tell, from the change in life bar from 1 to 6. Yeah, these, miniature penguin things, I think they were also replaced with different enemies in the remake, at least. I don't know about other games. I don't know if they appear in other games. This could be their only appearance. This and Nightmare in Dreamland, which is the remake. Yeah, I don't know what to say about the remake. It's, I didn't like the music as much, admittedly, but, it's no big deal. It's just kind of a minor thing, really, but even then it kinda kills it for me. And another little gauntlet thing that you have to avoid a bunch of stuff in. This level world has a lot of gauntlets in it. You have the mini boss gauntlet, a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty unusual. And now level 5, and this is, I think this is actually this might be the, no, this is not the longest level in this stage. It is probably the hardest, though, because this thing, as you can see, I've already died once to this guy, which is, well, that's bad enough, but in the next room here, I died like 3 or 4 times, just because it's, well, there's a little gimmick in the next room that you're gonna see. And the wheel ability is not recommended for it also. I'll say that much. Yeah, as you can see, these things, these stars, they, when they're pointing up, they send you up. When they're pointing down, they send you down, sort of. And if you get hit into one of them that is, pointing down, you're dead, pretty much. I don't think I've ever survived getting hit into one of the down ones. Now, if you get hit into one of the up ones, it'll basically carry you through, but those down ones, you're pretty much dead. Really love the music in this level, though. And right here, this is a cannon that I, sort of messed up. I think it only leads to, like, a 1-up or something. But, yeah, as you can see, that fire thing doesn't really work out for it. I think the laser ability is the only thing that works on that. And even then, I'm not quite sure how you do it. But just from the way that door turned white, I'd say that cannon didn't lead to anything super important. And this is probably my favorite stage in the game. This, is a little throwback to Kirby's Dream Land, and it's pretty cool. It's, you know, in black and white, everything but Kirby. And, yeah, it's got the original music. It's, all the rooms are basically from Kirby's Dream Land. And it's pretty cool. Actually, Kirby, just a piece of trivia here, Kirby was originally, the official artwork for him depicted him as being gray, because I believe that's what Nintendo of America thought he was supposed to be like, but his official color was really pink, but the Game Boy did not have really color, so there was some confusion. And actually, I think, I don't remember the guy's name. I think it's the same guy who made the Smash Bros. Series. I believe the creator of Kirby wanted Kirby to be yellow, but, made him pink, and the yellow version of Kirby is a palette swap of him in some games, and it's, usually called, like, Kirby, I think. Which is, I don't know, that's just kind of weird. And this stage right here is based off, I think, float islands from the original Kirby's Dream Land. The previous one was, well, I don't remember, it's basically just a regular grassy area anyways. The second one there was based off a stage, Lolo and Lala's Castle, that's actually, it's not in the Kirby Superstar Spring Breeze for some reason. But, yeah, not even the remake. And this right here is, Bubbly Clouds, I think. Yeah, Bubbly Clouds, that's what it's called. That's probably what it's called. It might be called something different, but for the sake of argument, it's Bubbly Clouds. And there's a secret here, and in Superstar, I don't know if it was there in the original, but, yeah, you go into the moon, and there's a secret. You get a 1-up and a tomato. Maxim tomato. And there's the ending. Well, that was fun, and how fitting. Last stage, and I got a 1. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Even though that's, not necessarily the norm here, and now let's go back and get that secret in stage 1, how about? 'Cause like I said, only Switch things are in 1 and 6. We already got the 1 and 6. In this room, that ceiling above where those Waddle Dees come out of, you're going to want to use the Spark ability on it. Then once you've destroyed it, use the Fireball ability. Leads to that second to last one in the game, technically. See